it's Belinda and Matilda again from My Style Journey.
Hi,
we hope that you have a cup of tea or coffee.
So it's going to be a long one.
So today we thought that we would answer some questions.
Yeah, but not too private ones.
Not too private.
So shall I start?
Yes, you can start.
Let's talk about My Style Journey. It stands for My Style.
Style stands for
Yes.
stay true to your life energy.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, what does that mean?
What does that mean?
Well, for me, it means everyone carries a certain energy and life force with you. And it's your own personal thing. And this is what we're doing. We're trying to stay true to ourselves in this journey.
Yes.
Anything you want to add?
No, I think you've hit the nail on the head. We come into the world to live our life authentically. And I think the older that we get, I don't know if you feel that you lived your life as authentically as a 20 and 30-year-old.
No, definitely not. I think only in my 40s that I begin to understand who I really am. And it's been tough, but it's been good, and I like where it's going.
I think that the older you get, the more you realize how much people have put their expectations on you. So you have been expected to act or behave in a certain way by your parents, by your teachers, by your Sunday school teachers, by people in authority over you, but also your friends. Your friends put an expectation on you. The handful of people that are now in my life are honestly people that I trust my life with.
Yes, I feel the same. I didn't lose a lot of friends, but my connection to people are quite different than Belinda's connection. She has very deep connections with people. So for me to move through my life and friends maybe falling by the wayside wasn't so difficult. But the journey was still tough in other areas of our lives. But it was worth it, worth going through, worth discovering. That they talk about the unbecoming of a person. That all the other stuff just falls away and you can be who you truly are. And we're still growing into that. We're not there yet, and we'll still keep growing.
I think it's a continual journey. That's why I said it's my style journey, is that you never arrive. Never ever arrive at a destination. It just, otherwise you might as well just die.
What's your favorite holiday? Even if it's a place or an experience or whatever.
What kind of holiday?
What kind of holiday? Or
well, I'm going to talk about a specific holiday. My most memorable holiday was one that I took on my own. I travelled to the UK from South Africa via Turkish Airlines. So I landed up in Turkey on my way back for a full day. My flight in was at midnight and my flight out was midnight the following day. So I got a visa and I visited Istanbul just for the day. And that stretched me incredibly, but the precursor to that was that I'd been in England for 2 weeks by myself. Well, I'd visited two friends, I'd stayed with two friends. But the middle of my holiday I spent totally on my own in London. I was so scared to go. And I was supposed to stay with the family, my husband's family. And she ended up having to come to South Africa because there was a family crisis. So I landed up being in London all by myself, and I was so nervous, but I loved it. I discovered so much about myself. Yeah, so that was the most amazing holiday that I've ever had. So I would say holidays that I'm going to be doing in the future on my own.
Yes, I've never travelled alone. I haven't travelled really out of the country. I've only been out of our country once, and that was with you to Mozambique, which was lovely. But I think I don't associate holiday with a specific event or anything. But I like a holiday when there's things to do. I can't stay in bed all of the day or just hang around. I hate going to the beach for all of the day. After 10 minutes, I'm bored, there's sand everywhere, whatever. I like to do things.
And you still doubt that you're a type 1 energy?
Well, not anymore.
We will talk more about the types. It isn't for us really to talk about, but we said that we're going to chat about them because it's not our teaching. But if you want to know more about energy types, we will link in the description box below. Carol Tuttle teaches on energy types. It's actually her, I would say, her business is teaching people about their energy types.
And it works. Really,
And it really works.
It does.
Yes, and if you were wondering, if you do go and study Carol Tuttle, if you are aware and you know about her energy, Matilda is a type 1 and I'm a type 3.
So we're a good combination. I keep it light and she gives me a shove when I need one.
A kick under the butt. What's your favorite color?
I don't have a favorite color, but I like, I do like pinks and greens and blues. And I don't really have a favorite color. But sometimes I think when I go to the shops and I see like a pink polka dot thing, I'm like, oh, but then if I buy it, I probably won't wear it. But
And you should, because polka dots are type 1.
But maybe I'll grow into it then, because I bought an impulse buy, a black and white polka dot.
Wrong color.
Yes, they must have, and a big polka dots. And I wore it once because it just popped out to me in the shops, and then I didn't feel comfortable in it at all. But I do, and I do like linens with those muted earthy colours. They're pretty. I think they're very pretty. But I do like all kinds of
The
colours.
pastel colors.
Mostly.
I like green. I love green. And fortunately for me, in my energy, I can wear khaki. Yes.
So, what kind of movie genre do you like?
I'm very boring. I like rom-coms.
Me too.
No, but you also like...
I like other stuff as well, but I love it all.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
But that's all I like.
No, not really.
I'm very boring.
Just wrong. Can't be.
And movies, I don't like movies. If I get into a movie, I get quite bored before the end of the movie. I can't really get my mind into it, and I don't enjoy watching for that length of time.
Series?
I love series.
Much better. Shorter
Yes.
time.
And I like series where the heart is concerned. So Grey's, and This Is Us. Do you know This Is Us?
No, I don't.
And there's a new one that I recently watched. I watched it from start to finish. I think it was on Netflix, called A Million Little Things. So anything that involves heart stuff, I love that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm into a lot of fantasy and
Makes sense.
like end of the world stuff. I don't know the
Apocalyptic.
all those things. My husband cannot watch anything with me because he'll just die of boredom as well. And I also, I have a son. He's 9 years old. We're not getting personal at all, yeah. But we have a tradition. Every night we watch. I don't know if you know this. When Calls the Heart. It's a period piece. Really, so romantic and sentimental, but we love it. It's a typical thing
It's
of
an
a
American,
guy.
hey?
I think so. Yeah. I think it's either Canadian or American, and they just.
Okay.
But it's like he's the Mountie, he saves the girl, and all those.
Must
kinds
be
of
a
things.
Canadian if he's a Mountie.
Oh yes, of course.
And I enjoy watching YouTube because it's just quick and easy, and it's maximum 20 minutes. If people post things for too long, then I get bored. And I don't like empties videos, so I can't handle it when people discuss their empties.
The what? The empties?
Yeah,
What's an empty?
what products they use that is now empty, and then they can... Sorry, didn't you? The empties.
The empties. I'm like, oh, what are the empties?
Empties.
So they're discussing their stuff that's finished.
Yeah.
That's been done.
And why they use those products. And so many beauty YouTubers that I watch do that video, and I can't handle it. It bores me to death. What is your favorite uniform? If we say uniform, you know what I mean.
Yes, I know what my go-to
Stuff.
thing. Yeah, if I want to get dressed, it's my wide leg pants. Belinda cannot stand.
She's going to have to change that up.
Yeah, she's telling me I'm going to what?
Straight legs, Matilda.
Straight legs. I'm not there yet.
And she usually wears a wide top as well. So she just looks like, I don't even know.
Yeah, but
so we're getting her.
Yeah, she's getting me better.
I think Matilda has a pear-shaped body, so I always want to style her in straight legs so that the top sort of matches the bottom and there's almost like a symmetry going on. Or she looks lovely in a tapered pants. She doesn't like it, but I think she looks gorgeous. Where she shows a little bit of her ankle, because she's got lovely petite ankles. And then if she wears a loose flowy top over that sort of covers her bottom, I think she looks amazing. But she also has a beautifully tiny waist, so she looks great in an A-line dress or a fitted top and a skirt. She looks beautiful in that as well.
Not a fitted top and wide legs, no. Not for Belinda.
Well, if she is going to wear the wide leg pants, if she has to wear them, she might as well wear them with a fitted top.
Yes, then I should, yeah.
Yeah, not a loose top.
Why did you start Lifestyle Journey?
I think I was a little bit bored at home. I homeschooled my last born. He's the same age as your middle child.
Yes.
So I had homeschooled him, and he'd kind of been my focus till he was about 14. From the age of 14, he basically schooled himself. He would do the online work by himself, and I didn't really school him. But by the time he was 17, he finished his high school diploma, and I didn't have much else to do. And I've always loved fashion. I love women. I like talking about stuff. And I loved watching YouTube videos. So I just thought, well, you know what? Let me just try this myself. And I've had so much fun doing this. I had an Instagram account, and when I started my style journey, I changed the name of the Instagram account to the same as my YouTube account. But I think since Matilda's joined me on my Instagram, it feels more like a job.
Yes.
But it's so much fun, and because we don't live in the same town, we live about 100 kilometers apart. It's difficult because we actually only saw each other maybe once a month.
Maybe,
And now we're going to try and see each other twice a month so that we can get our videos shot.
Mm.
And yeah, we're gonna treat it like a job, but have fun.
Yeah,
a job that we enjoy.
Yes.
Why did you join me?
You asked.
I did ask, but why did you say yes?
I'm also at a stage in my life where my children are getting bigger, or the little one, he's 9 already. I also homeschool him. So my mornings are quite busy with him, doing whatever schooling we need to get done. But I'm feeling that I've lost myself I was one of those women that gave myself to my children. It was like, I sacrificed everything just to my children.
And most women do that.
Yes, we do tend to do that. And for me, after now, I felt that this wasn't the right message I wanted to give my daughter. That you need to sacrifice yourself even if it's your children, to be happy, or for them to be happy, because then she's going to sacrifice herself for her children. I don't want her to do that. I want her to live a fulfilled life on a lot of fronts, not just when you have your children. So I need something now to pick me out of that, or help me get out of being in a rut with just me at home with my children and socializing, doing more with my life, and that's what I said yes.
How did we meet?
Through homeschooling. We both homeschooled. I still homeschool, but Belinda homeschooled her son, and because our sons are the same age, they clicked quite well still, and then we struck up a friendship. But I think then we didn't really connect that much.
We made sure that we saw each other so that our children would have friends.
Yes. And then later on, I can't even remember when we started to be more friends. Can you remember when?
When we left church.
Yes, I think so.
We were in a very dogmatic, very strict, very rigid, even though they would never say so, Christian situation.
Yes.
And Matilda and I were both questioning the church, questioning the beliefs, questioning a lot of things. And I think that we just struck it up in a conversation one day when we got together for the kids, because we used to get together on a weekly basis. And I just saw something in Matilda that was also questioning. She wasn't just accepting everything.
And I think to not find answers when you ask them within that Christian community or in your church, then it makes it very difficult to stay there anyway. And
Yes.
they couldn't help us. They just this is it, accept it, and we couldn't anymore.
So we asked each other questions,
Yes.
and we went on a journey of discovery.
Yes, we did.
And it's been amazing. It's been incredible.
Even now, we don't have to agree on everything we believe.
And we don't.
And we don't. And that's fine. That's part of the growth, I think, that I've experienced, is that if you believe things that I don't believe, it shouldn't have an impact on me. And it doesn't at the moment. That's good.
And I think we honor each other's differences. I think that Matilda brings so much balance into my life. Yeah. And I think that I bring a little imbalance to hers.
Yes, thank goodness. Otherwise, I'll still be in my home just sitting there doing nothing.
How many children do you have?
I have 3 children. Two boys and a girl. The girl's the oldest, or do you say eldest? I've never known.
She's the oldest.
The oldest. Yeah, my daughter's the oldest. She's 20. Then my 18-year-old son and a little 9-year-old. And then how many children do you have?
I have a shed load of children. I have 3 children that I've birthed. So I have 2 daughters. My eldest is 29, and then I have a 27-year-old, and I have an 18-year-old son. And then I have 2 stepdaughters. They are twins, and they are now 22. So we have a very interesting family. We have a beautiful family.
Yeah.
You have a beautiful family.
Yes, and it's not been easy to be beautiful. We've all had our struggles.
We've had challenges in both of our families, but as I'm sure everybody does, but we're not going to get into details on YouTube about that. Our families didn't choose to do YouTube. We're choosing to do YouTube. So, yes, next question.
So, favorite author?
I think that I love Wayne Dyer. He's a spiritual teacher, and he wrote a whole lot of books, and he was my first sort of introduction into spiritual teachings outside of Christianity. And he doesn't discount Christianity, he doesn't discount any religion. He was just that gentle transition that I needed to make, because I've always read a lot. I used to have a bookstore. It was the focus was on Christian books, and I like his books because they're sort of self-help books, which is the kind of books that I most enjoy. I enjoy that, and I enjoy reading autobiographies. Who do you enjoy?
I don't read much autobiographies or self-help books. I do, but very little. So my favorite author is Terry Pratchett, and he's a satirical, ironical writer, and it's fun. You chuckle out loud. So I just love his books. I think the first book of him I read was Maud. It's about a death looking for an apprentice. You see,
I would never read those kind of
but
books.
lots of social and political commentary on it, and so I love that. But his favorite book, I think, of mine is Weird Sisters, about 3 witches.
About 3 witches?
Yes.
Okay.
No, but very weird. And the wool floats on the back, or it's on the back of a turtle. You will never love it, but it's really good. That is my favorite.
Do you colour your hair?
Yes, I colour my hair. This is very interesting because I've just been at the hairdressers, and I wanted to grow out. I want to grow out my hair, and then I don't want to, because it's been grey, getting greyer and greyer. But now it's not patchy anymore. It used to be a bit here and a bit here, so now it's all over.
Really? Grey? Have you got grey everywhere?
Grey everywhere. So I've now decided that with the help of the hairdresser, she's going to do a demi-colour. You know, I know nothing about these things. So you get a permanent colour, demi-colour, and a semi-colour.
I also don't know. She's teaching me.
Yes, so a demi-colour it stays in your hair for about 4 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks, and then it washes out very gradually. So I can go lighter and lighter and lighter until the grey is not such a shock to my eyes when I see it.
Okay.
Because I really want to get away from chemicals. You know, I'm a bit of a greenie. So it's bad for my hair, the chemicals, but it's bad for the environment as well. So I'm trying to do my bit. Maybe I won't grow out my hair. I'll just see what I look like in the mirror and then I'll say, Mia, no, I'm not going to do this. But maybe I will. But that's the plan.
Okay, I didn't even know that.
No,
that's exciting.
I kept it as a surprise.
A surprise. We're both on quite a journey. I wouldn't say we're minimalists. I'm definitely not a minimalist. You're more a minimalist.
Yeah, not totally. I went more, yeah.
But it is beginning to appeal to us. I think if I was younger, if I was starting out my life and I didn't have so many things, because the things that I've collected in my home, they almost all have a story attached, and I'm a little sentimental, so I'm not going to get rid of everything. But where I have minimalized quite a lot is in my closet, and I'm so proud of that.
Yes, yeah. I think, especially for Belinda, the feeling of not only saving money, but saving the environment, doing our little part for the earth is important to both of us.
To both of us. And I never thrifted before, and I'm thrifting now. I'm actually looking first second-hand if I can fill my list, because I also don't shop anymore without a list. I carry my list on my phone the whole time, and as soon as I found what I'm looking for, it goes off the list. So I don't need 4 white button-down shirts anymore. I need one, and when that one starts to fade or stain, or if it doesn't look great anymore, then I will replace it. But I'm not going to do the multiples of everything anymore.
And do you want to talk about your little store that you've started?
Oh, I started a second-hand store. So I do an online store. At the moment I'm just shipping to South Africa, and I've always given away all my second-hand clothes.
She always did, definitely.
I think I must have given away at least 10 to 15,000 rands worth of clothes.
If not more.
Probably more. Hey.
With the shoes.
Oh yeah, and the handbags.
And the handbags.
I honestly would clear my closet twice a year.
Yeah, every season change.
Yes. Yeah. And I would give away clothing. And now I've just decided, and there are some items that I'm still going to give away to my friends. I have a top upstairs that I'm going to give to Matilda before she leaves today. I'm so excited because I know it's a top that she's got her eyes on. And but the rest of the stuff I've decided I'm going to sell, but not just to sell. For me to keep clothes in the loop, and I do think that I've given them sometimes clothing that they haven't necessarily really loved. It might not have even been their style. In fact, you gave away a shirt to your daughter the other day because it didn't really suit you. Didn't feel it suited you.
And I already bought 3 items of clothing from Belinda's store.
Yes, she's my biggest supporter so far. But yes, I've started an online store. I've actually just started it on Instagram and Facebook. I have a Facebook account. I will link it below, so if there's anyone from South Africa who's interested, you can look there. But I'm going to start sourcing the money that I do get from the sales. I'm going to go to vintage markets, and I'm trying to source more clothing with different sizes so that I don't just cater for somebody who's my size. I think that for now, we've answered most of the questions, and we've given you a little insight into who we are and how our energy works together. You'll always hear us talk about energy.
Always, yeah.
Because we refer to each other's personality as energy. We refer to everything as energy. So that's something that you'll pick up on our channel. So nice to say our channel.
Yes, thanks, yes. And if there's any questions you want us to answer for you, just ask them below and we'll try and answer them in another video.
So thank you for watching.
Yes.
This was a little bit different, but thank you for watching.
And for getting to know us, taking the time to get to know us. Thanks.
We appreciate that.
Yes, we do. Okay.
Ciao for now.